Hello everyone, this is Kaizouwar here, and I'm actually super excited to talk about this video today. So apparently, Granblue Fantasy Versus is going to get an updated sequel / revised version of itself known as Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising, with all new stages, all new characters, all new just everything. I really enjoy playing Versus. Honestly, when it first came out, and there was gameplay being shown of it, I really wasn't interested. But once I actually picked up the game and played through it all and started to understand how some characters worked and somehow some characters didn't work, I really found myself playing the game way more than I thought it would. And honestly, I really find it fun. It's not everyone's cup of tea, especially from ARCSYS' usual catalog of games. It's obviously more footsie, ground-based, but they're adding new mechanics to essentially change up the formula a bit, and I think that's really cool. And with the new Granblue Fantasy Versus, they're going to add even more stuff. And I'm actually pretty pumped about this. Honestly, Granblue Fantasy Versus is one of the fighting games that I was really hoping for an update to or more stuff to it. Because when the game came out, it came out at the wrong time. During COVID, and then, after people got their fill of it, playing online was pretty much the standard, because people couldn't go to in-person tournaments anymore, and since Granblue Fantasy Versus Online wasn't very good, people dropped off of it. But a lot of people still kept playing it. There was a lot of people dedicated to it, so that's a good thing. The game was never truly dead. We just had to wait for more information. I believe that, because I just feel like it just took a little longer than I expected, and for me personally, it took a little bit too long, But hey, better now than never. Better now than never. So there's a bunch of new stuff they're adding in Rising, mechanic known as ultimate skills, which I don't know much of yet, but it does say that it briefly slows down the opponent's movement, enabling new ways to land combos with punched openings or whiffed attacks, which is actually pretty cool. Don't know much about it yet until we see more of it, shown to us by, maybe the YouTube channel or Twitter or whatever, until they reveal more stuff. And so obviously that's not all. More new mechanics will be revealed soon. So there's even more mechanics, which is awesome. Awesome. They already had like a little showcase on the YouTube channel where they released a video of Rising, where they were showing how the gameplay looked. And there's a lot of new stuff. It's crazy. They have like a slow down counter thing. It reminds me of that whole counter thing from Guilty Gear, where like you get that big hit and the screen pans in, I don't know if that was just like for the actual gameplay or that was just like a cinematic thing for the trailer, but hey, it looks cool. It got my attention. Obviously, we're going to get more new characters and stages. Now, we don't see anything of the new characters yet, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I feel like it would be too early to release information about a new character. But we got one new stage. It's the snow stage. It looks really good. I always like these kind of forced snowy stages. It looks nice. More new characters. Whose stage could this be? I don't know. Don't know. We just gotta wait and see. And then they also said that there's going to be the RPG mode is going to be coming back. They're going to release all of the content that was in the original Granblue Fantasy Versus to this, to this new story mode, which is really, really awesome. And also more new story stuff, which I'm pretty happy about, because that's the one thing I really liked about Granblue Fantasy Versus, is that when every new character came out, there was more story stuff that came with them, and I really like that, because some fighting games just straight up say, hey, we're going to release a new character. If we have a story mode and release a new character, we're not going to release any new story content for them. They're just there, right? That kind of shit. So that sucked. But the good thing about Granblue Fantasy Versus is they kept releasing new story content with every character and just kept doing that for free at that. There was some story content that just released for free. I like free. But the biggest thing that people probably care about, which I will leave that to after this next point. This next point I wanted to bring up was the graphical changes. Now, it says they're doing this whole thing with the in-game shaders and post-processing effects, where they have enhanced them to replicate the style of Granblue Fantasy. I see some people mixed on it. Personally, it's all right. It doesn't look like a drastic change, but yeah, when you look at this picture of Gran, you definitely see like the difference, right? One thing I did see that kind of threw me off, because I didn't see any other characters what they look like. I did see what Belial looks like. He looks all right. But when I saw an image of Catalina when they released that trailer, and I was like, I'm not feeling it with Catalina. Grant looks all right, but Catalina looks a little bit weird to me. Maybe I've just gotten used to her in that style of the game, right? I've gotten so used to her in Granblue Fantasy Versus that I never really thought about, you know, what she looked like in Granblue Fantasy. So yeah, I kind of just gotten used to that, but you know, it's no big deal. I'll probably get used to it later. There's another thing I also want to talk about is that they're doing this cool thing with the online lobby, which I'm actually super surprised with, right? So not only they're expanding the lobby, because like back then, well, I guess not really back then, I guess now, the lobby, you're limited to just a little ship with the arcade cabinets on, you know, your standard ARCSYS lobby where you pick your chibi avatar and run around and, you know, yeah, just play on the lobbies. But no, they're expanding the lobby where you can actually get off the damn ship, where you can get off the ship and they have a huge island you can run around. And on top of that, they added a mini game called Granblue's Legends, where you basically just say, hey, you know what? You don't have to fight right now. You can just take a break and play some Granblue Fantasy version of Fall Guys, which is so awesome because this is like the first instance I ever seen of ARCSYS actually doing something with those damn online chibi avatar characters, right? When they make online chibi avatars, they don't do nothing with it, right? They never do anything with them. You just walk around the lobby, right? I mean, yeah, they did something to cross that bow where you can like change the expressions and like movements and stuff like that. They also did something in Guilty Gear XR where you can like kick a soccer ball, but that's it. They've never done like a mini game with them, and I'm genuinely surprised that they took, like, this is actually cool. They already took assets they already have, and they're gonna do something with it, right? With the chibi avatars. That's awesome, right? That's awesome. And it's gonna be some crazy ass videos when they get on YouTube, and especially with the rollback. The rollback's gonna make this go all smoothly, so it's gonna be fun to play. And I am so hyped for this mini game. I'm hyped for it. I actually want to play it. Like, I want to get some friends together and stream this stuff. It'll be really, really funny. But there's like one big thing that I mentioned earlier that people care about the most, and that this game has rollback netcode. Finally, and it has crossplay between the PS4, PS5, and Steam versions, which is also awesome. Again, the sad thing about Granblue Fantasy Versus, it came out the wrong time during COVID, right? During the COVID pandemic was starting to pick up steam, and then other people had to be at home and they had to play fighting games, and they mostly played the ones with rollback or GGPO, that kind of thing. So now that Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising is getting rollback netcode, I definitely see a lot more people coming back to it, which is really nice. I didn't play much of Granblue Fantasy Versus online, and I never had any hiccups during my time, but I am all for rollback netcode, because the good thing about rollback netcode is that it gives these games a new lease on life. That's great. And I mean, it's nice to see these games getting it. Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to get it. Don't know when is that going to happen, but it's going to get it. Sadly for the PS5 only, but still it's going to get it. Like Guilty Gear XR, the Revelator got rollbacks. You can play Guilty Gear Strider rollback, Accent Core. You can play BlazBlue Central Fiction and Cross that Bow with rollback. Melty Blood type Lumina with rollback. Like this is just insane. DNF Duel with rollback. The new Street Fighter 6 is going to get rollback. Like it's insane. Completely and utterly insane. King of Fighters 15 has rollback. Like, oh my god, like it's nice to see a surge of these games like getting new leases on life, because like it's so cool. It's so cool. Like because like this brings people back in and makes them realize like, damn, this game was really good. And I'm glad to hear that. I'm so happy to hear it. So yeah, that's pretty much my video about Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I am super excited, because I really did enjoy Granblue Fantasy Versus. I still do. It started from a roster of like 11 characters to like how big it is now, right? It's nice to see like all these characters and even more coming. Granted, again, as I said before, it took a while to get here, but I'm glad it's here, because like Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising is being treated as a new game, and a new game means a lot of new people are probably going to get into it. I'm excited. I'm super excited. More people can play Rising with the rollback. More people can be playing online. And hell, I might even play online, even though I suck. I might even play online more and stream that on my channel for all I know. But yeah, that's all I got to say, everyone. Peace out, everybody. I'm gone. And one little thing, if you haven't played Granblue Fantasy Versus yet, I recommend you guys get it. The game isn't like expensive like it used to. They already released a thing called the Legendary Edition, where it's pretty much all the content. I recommend you guys cop the game right now. Or you can just wait till Rising. Without further ado, I'm out. See everyone. I'm going to play more Granblue Fantasy Versus because this game is so damn fun.